everybody, welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, I have a really special recipe for you guys. I know around Navratri and Diwali time, a lot of us are making different kinds of barfis and fudge to share out with family and friends. So I know we have a lot of popular versions out there, but I wanted to do a peanut barfi slash fudge for you guys today. Now this one is really delicious and it's also really simple to make. I know that for a lot of people, it might be hard to find almonds, might be hard to find pistachios and those kinds of nuts, but I know every grocery store definitely has peanuts in stock. Now, before I get into the rest of the video, I just want to give a big thank you to Kavita over at Lotus Bazaar for sponsoring this outfit and all the other outfits that you've been seeing and that you're gonna see for my Navratri and Diwali series this year. Kavita has so many things in stock for men, for women, for kids. She has jewelry, customized outfits, the list goes on and on. So I'm gonna have some of the contact information right here on the screen. I'm gonna have it in the description box right down below. Click right below the video and a drop-down menu will appear and you'll see everything right there. Make sure when you go check out Kavita that you tell her Matthew from Matthew's Guyanese Cooking sent you and you're ready to shop for what she has to offer. So without further ado, let's get into this quick and easy peanut barfi recipe. Alright, so this barfi recipe is actually much simpler than the other barfi recipes that I've been sharing on my channel. The method is just quicker to put together. So we're going to start off in a heavy bottom pan. I'm going to go ahead and add in my sugar as well as my water. Now for this recipe, white sugar works best because it crystallizes better than the brown sugar. Brown sugar also makes it a darker color. So once I add these two ingredients in, I'm just going to give them a quick stir to mix everything together. And I'm also going to be going in with some vanilla essence. Now if you wanted to use almond essence or extracts of your choice, feel free to do so. However, if you are making this to offer during a puja, make sure you're not using real extract because they contain alcohol and we don't want to use alcohol in our offerings. Once the sugar syrup came up to a boil on a medium-high heat, I went ahead and I lowered it down to a medium heat so this way it can just simmer and it can get nice and thick. The way that we're going to know that this is done is we're going to let a little bit cool on the spoon just slightly. Be very careful so you don't burn yourself. And you're going to look for it to pull one string when you rub it in between your fingers. That one string texture is absolutely perfect to make different kinds of fudge and barfis like this, to get it not too hard but also not too soft at the same time. Of course, if you like a barfi that is chewy and you like it to be very soft, you want to cook it before it gets to one string. And if you like something very crystallized, this texture might be a little too soft, so you might have to cook it more. I'll also mention at this point, we're going to go ahead and add in our peanut butter. Now for this recipe, I wanted to add in that peanut butter because it's going to add some fat into it. If you want the full list of ingredients and measurements, they'll be listed in the description box right below this video. So make sure you click below the video, scroll a bit, and everything will be there. Once you get that peanut butter combined with the sugar syrup, you're going to turn off the heat so this way it does not overcook. And we're going to add in some crushed peanuts at this point. Now the crushed peanuts, they are optional, but I really like the texture that they add to the inside of the barfi. And at this point, we're going to go in with our milk powder as well. Now what I like to do when making barfi in this way, where we're adding the dry mix into the wet mixture, I like to add in half of the milk mixture at one time, so this way it doesn't become too dry too quick. This ensures that you're going to get the perfect texture. So I see it's still wet. Now I can add in some more milk powder and continue to mix it in until I get my desired texture. Once you get everything mixed well together, it's time to dump that entire mixture into a pan that you've either greased or lined with some parchment paper. So at this point, I'm going to do my best by taking the back of my silicone spoon or a silicone spatula and press it down and compact it very well until it's nice and smooth on the top. Once I get the top as smooth as I can, I'm going to sprinkle on some more crushed peanuts. Of course, if you wanted to add sprinkles on the top of the barfi, you could do that. Now I'm taking the back of my measuring cup and I'm just pressing down very hard to get those peanuts to stick inside of the barfi. You do want to work fast at this point because the mixture will harden up very quickly. And once you get it into the pan, right away you want to go ahead and score the top. Now as you can see, you can either use a bench scraper like I'm using here that is made for the kitchen. You can go ahead and score it that way. Or if the mixture is hardening up a little too quick, you can use a very sharp knife and go in there and just cut it into the desired squares that you want. Now, depending on how hard you made the sugar syrup is how long this is going to take to set up, but there's no need to stick this in the fridge. You leave it right on your countertop and within a couple of hours, it will solidify to the perfect texture. Now for this recipe, you're going to get about 36 pieces of barfi depending on how large or small you cut them. And after just about 2 hours of sitting on my countertop, this is the barfi after I pulled it out of the pan. Let me tell you all how quick, simple, and delicious these were. And this is just a nice little different variation off of the normal barfi that we all know and love.
and this one had such a beautiful melt in your mouth and crumbly texture.
Alright everyone, I really hope you enjoyed that peanut barfi recipe. I really hope you give it a try for this Navrat or this Diwali season. It's super delicious. I really like the texture and it really tastes like you're eating like a peanut butter fudge. It's really, really good. And once again, I've got to give a big shout out to Lotus Bazaar and Kavita for sponsoring all of these outfits that you're going to see in this video and the rest of them to come. Kavita, once again, thank you. And I will leave all of the information right in the description box right below the video. I'll leave the phone number and the Instagram right here as well for you guys to see. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel so this way you never miss out on any of the new recipes that I have to share. And of course, stay tuned because throughout the rest of Navratri, as well as before Diwali, I'll be sharing a nice series of recipes for you all as well. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye everyone.